We live.
All right. We live. What's happening? What's going on? And just as I say that, my damn computer battery says computer is running low. So let me find something before it cuts out. Just as we start the show. Luckily, it's right here.
Hey,
All right.
Marlon, say cheese.
We in the business. We in business. So what's happening, y'all? We back in the building. We've been gone for a couple weeks. You already know what it is. Word on the Ave. You already know me. I'm Corey. Got Lauren, Randy. Y'all got anything? Introductions? Got anything? Holler at the people, man. Tell them what's up. Tell them what's up, man.
Yeah, my bad. I've been busy, so adult things.
Blessed and highly favored.
Get
Black,
to the
blessed, and highly
bag.
flavored. Favor. Wait, what? What?
Get to the bag. Get to the bag, man. So, man, it's business as usual, man. Back, we gotta, when we pop up, we got some game to kick to you, man. And we've been sitting back, seeing everything that's been going on for the past couple weeks. Of course, like you said, it's been a rough 2020. Of course, passing the Kobe Bryant. Here we are in the Black History Month, and it's been a lot of news as far as so-called black news, and things that have been flooding our social media timelines, and our news feeds and everything. It's just been a lot to soak in. We talked about the Gail King situation. There's a lot of backlash. A lot of people were split up on this, but now we got some more stuff now. Lot of fallout, from that, and then just this confusion, so to say. This has been a crazy ass week, man. This has been a crazy ass week as far as if you're just paying attention. It's actually been just energy consuming just reading these type of things. I mean, where do we start? Let's see. The name of this episode is Confusion to War. You'll find out why it's Confusion to War if you don't already know the answer. I mean, the answer's right there, lies within the title, its damn self. But here you got the Dwayne Wade, and we're basically going off of things that have been hot topics, not the hot topics, but things that have been, discussed, highly trending and highly discussed amongst, black people, or black people on social media or wherever, it could be in your barbershop, wherever, but a lot of people have been split on these a lot of different takes and different things like that. But Dwayne Wade's son got the situation with him where Dwayne Wade was on Ellen talking about he'll identify was it Zaire? Was
Zaire.
it Zaire?
Yeah.
Or is Zaire the one that plays basketball? It's one of them. Zion. It was Zion. So, huh? Shake your head, Randy. No,
my bad.
I think it was Zion.
Yeah, it's Zion.
Zion, yeah. So Zion is Zaya. Zion identifies as a girl. So that was one of them. You got the. I don't know if a lot of people saw this one. This is one I brought light to. There was a few people, but I wanted to discuss a couple things that was noticed. You know what I'm saying? It's about how people receive. A lot of this, what we're going to talk about is how people receive the information. You know what I'm saying? How we receive and how we project our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? When we're going through these debates and different things like that, and how at times how it goes overboard and where not to go. You know what I'm saying? Why shouldn't you go to those links? I don't know. Y'all saw Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals had a situation. She's saying, talking about Jussie Smollett is noble and white people can't experience hate crimes. Wendy Williams says is apologizing because for saying that a man can never do what a woman does. Charles Barkley had some words about Kobe, and Snoop's son is now posing in girl clothing. These are just things that I've noticed. Now, rest of my panel may have more than some more. And we're just gonna combine it all, mash it all up, and we're gonna get into, you know what I'm saying, get into the distractions, show you the confusion that just been conjuring in media to split, just keep people split up. And, you know what I'm saying, could lead to violence. You heard people talking about it, you know what I'm saying, could lead to fucking violence, man. So, first thing, man,
Let's
first
go.
thing, Dwayne Wade's son, Dwayne Wade's son is, what do y'all think about that? Dwayne Wade was on Ellen and he says he's fully supportive of his son. His son wants to be referred to as Zaya, and he's a girl. What do y'all think about that?
My first thoughts is the boy is 12 years old. 12 years old, that's way too young. At least in my eyes, that's way too young for a kid to be making such a big decision in his life. And you can hate me.
Yeah.
Hate me if you want, you know what I'm saying? All hate mail goes to Word on That podcast or my main page, you know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's just how I see it, you know what I'm saying? That is a big decision for a 12-year-old whose cerebral cortex isn't even all the way developed yet. Nowhere near all the way developed, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lauren, what you got?
What about you, Lauren? And I'm gonna ask a couple questions.
That's cool.
After that, what about you, Lauren?
I personally struggle with this one. You know, I mean, part of me says it's wrong, it's all wrong. The other part is maybe we're being close-minded, just a smidge. And what I mean when I said so, I had this conversation with my wife actually, because I was just I was like, nah, like this is going too far. So she posed this question to me. She said, "At what point in your life did you figure out that you like girls?" I said, long time ago. Long time ago. She said, "Were you 12?" I said, "I was probably younger than 12." And so she said, "So why couldn't he figure out something different? Like, why are we just looking at this based off of the fact that he obviously wants to transition. He feels like he's a girl or whatever the case may be." And so, I mean, it's a different way to look at it. You know, like I said, I still personally, you know, like if it was one of my sons, like I would struggle with it. And I'm honest about that. Like even with me respecting how other people want to live their lives. Like if it was me personally, I would have an issue with it, you know, and I'm just being honest, you know. But she did kind of open up my mind to just the basic principle, you know, of, you know, when we know that we're something, whatever it is, whether it's hetero, whether it's homo, whether it's, you know, male wanting to be female, female wanting to be male. Because if you listen to a lot of the stories about people that like have had sex changes and things of that nature or started to transition, they all say the same thing. They know a long time ago when they were kids. Just whether it wasn't accepted or whatever the case, they kind of had to hide those thoughts and those feelings and things of that nature. And so, and I mean, like just the simplicity of it, you know, I mean, it is simple, you know, in a certain respect. We don't understand it because, you know, we're heterosexual males. Every the three of us on this panel are heterosexual males. But, you know, what is it to say that he's old enough to understand himself or herself, or how, I don't want to be disrespectful, I'm just, you know, using those terms loosely. Why do we get to say that he can't make that decision as a biological male that wants to be a woman, but we can make it as heterosexual men wanting to stay biologically how we've been birthed.
Okay,
You
but
know, so it's an interesting way. It's an interesting thought. Like I said, I mean, that doesn't it does
Say it
and
one more
it's
time.
say which part.
One more time. Say that one more time.
So
The
what?
biological part.
So biologically, you know, we were born guys. We
Yeah.
made a decision, you know, at whatever point in our adolescent lives that we were like girls, correct? And
I didn't make a decision. It was like, well, I see the motherfuckers. I like what I see.
I like what I like.
right, okay,
Man. I've told this story, and it sounds creepy as hell, but man, I was humping the floor at 4 years old, looking at my damn babysitter, dog. 4 years old, bro. 4 years old, bro.
But that's
the floor.
but that's my point though. But that's exactly my point. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew, right?
Yeah.
You knew this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? You saying 4 years old. We're talking about a young man that started talking about this, you know, at least publicly when he was, you know, 8 or 9 years, or she was 8 or 9 years old. So how can we truly say that he's not mature enough cognitively to make the decision? How can we say that when you're saying at 4 you already knew?
Okay, but I guess my retort would be, all right, let's say he makes his decision. You know what I'm saying? He wants to do the full surgery and then my bad. And then she comes back and is like, "Oh, I don't think I really want to do this anymore. I can't go back." Now you're entering into a whole different realm of problems in mental state.
How many times do you hear that though? How many times do you hear? You don't hear somebody making a transition that says, "I want to transition back." You don't hear it. Like most people
you don't hear it on the mainstream.
Here's what, but understand this: most people don't make the transition because of that fear. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna say because of that fear. Most people don't make the decision because that is life altering, and they don't have the confidence to make the life altering. This is the end. I can't go back.
Right.
Go ahead, Corey.
You already dog?
It's ice cream, man.
Get your inhaler, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say why the fuck I'm choking, because it's gonna be, y'all gonna laugh, and fucking whoever's watching gonna fucking laugh. I'm fucking eating that fucking the banana sundae, the ice cream banana sundae, bluebell ice cream, and that shit got choking on fucking nuts right now. So yeah. So
perfect topic, huh? Perfect topic.
Yeah. So let me ask. Motherfucker gonna cut that shit. They gonna, you got some clown that gonna sit there and cut that out like, oh, you heard Corey said.
Soundbite.
Let me ask you this. You know, we've been having all this, you know, the back and forth of why, you know, and very valid points, especially, you know, I'm with that, you know, that there is statistics that show that, you know, there are people that commit suicide and they go get depression because they want to revert back. But that's what statistics should be put out there for. Those things should be viewed. I think this is more geared toward D-Wade. Should we be more supportive? Do you think we should be more supportive of D-Wade? Because at the end of the day, it's the parent that makes that decision. Do you think that we as the people, because a lot of people are getting on D-Wade. Now, me personally, I've always thought D-Wade. Now I don't care what a man does in the bedroom. He's always been. He's one of the, you know. I probably say top 20 greatest players, top 25 greatest NBA players in NBA history. Outstanding player, man. Definitely possessed the Mamba mentality on that court. You know, off the court. You know, I don't know about that. but you know what I'm saying. I've always thought D-Wade was a little on the sweet side. No, let me stop being. Let me stop being something. I've always thought he was flat out, you know what I'm saying, from the clothes. And people thought he was just being swag, you know, stuff like that. And y'all we finding out more and more, like, you know, cats who was wearing them them tight little pants with like capris with the shoes with the loafers with no socks. Hey man, cats a little on the rainbow side. What you about to say something?
Yeah, Shay said, "You're right, Corey. Laugh out loud, choking on nuts." Shay, no, he didn't actually say. I was just saying, you know what I'm saying. If he does want to transition, you know what I'm saying, that will be a conversation. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's hey, shout out Shay, love you Shay. Hey, but it's should we support D Wade? Because at the end of the day, like this is what you need. You need those statistics. So is he making the right? It's not whether he's making the right decision or whatnot. Should we support him as a parent to his child? Because at the end of the day, it's going to be his decision, just like it would be. Our decision to be like, nah, I ain't allowing that shit. I personally, I'm more than likely. It depends, you never know. But me right now, I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You're a damn boy. You a damn boy. But like I said, that can change. Should we support D Wade? His decision.
Honestly, yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I would be behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no malice against D Wade. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question. What is it our business?
That's factual. Yeah, that is
what
factual.
What is it our business?
You sound a little low.
He said, "What is it? Why is it our business?" And honestly, if you think about, so we live in 2020, right?
Huh?
Go ahead. The social media area, the social media era. This is the era where if you're putting yourself out there like that, you're putting yourself out there to the masses to make comments, to be a part of your family. You want them to be a part of your family as a celebrity, and Dwayne Wade is a celebrity. So everybody looks at that as, oh, I have to be a part. I have a say. I should have a say in what you do with your family, your kids, this and this and that. And that's what we have to. We also have to remember that.
Well, not just that and having a say. Now, I don't think a nutso will think they have a say, but I don't think they necessarily think they have a say. I think it's, to what Lauren was saying, and you had it, you know what I'm saying, at the start, Randy, it's in the public. That Dwayne Wade put it in the public. It's like those memes where they talking about nobody, it says nobody, and then the next motherfucker says what they doing or what they saying, funny ass memes. It's like that. It's like, nobody told you, nobody was asking, nobody cared what was going on. Dwayne Wade decided to go out to Ellen. First, they were doing the LBGT thing, and now they're on Ellen. Now they're on Ellen saying he wants to be a girl. This is my only issue with this whole movement, because I don't think not Dwayne Wade, I'm not even gonna say that because I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. There's all type of agendas and stuff that goes on behind the scenes of Hollywood. My only problem is, what would the gay agenda have to do with thinking you're a girl? Because if you're going by that logic of how he's thinking, if he thinks he's a girl, but he likes a dude, then wouldn't it be a heterosexual relationship in his mind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Technically,
because he's a woman. He says he's a woman. He feels like he's a woman. We're gonna address him as, or not a woman, but a girl. We're gonna address him as such.
Yeah, you got a point.
Those are two different. Even when this whole thing has been confusing when they sit up there having these arguments and putting them together and having this fight, because it's like, so now is the whole LBGTQ, is it for gay rights or whatnot, or are you just fighting for everybody who's looked at, you know what I'm saying, it in a weird way? You know what I'm saying? So you go, so now you add, I said this before, add people with Down syndrome, like hunchback, like Claude Anderson say, hunchbacks, midgets. You know what I'm saying? Hunchbacks, midgets. You know what I'm saying? The whole, the whole nine. it sounds funny, but it's actually true. Like, are you going to advocate for all these people? Because they're looked at differently. Like I said, true. Because you
that's
thinking
factual.
you're a woman has nothing to do with being gay. Because you think you're a woman, so and you're attracted to them, it's a whole different thing. Because if you're gay, then you know that you're a man. You know that you're a man that's attracted to another man, or boy attracted, whatever it is, boy attracted to another boy. So that's where the confusion comes within that. And that's where I think we start having these, what we're talking about today is we start having these menial arguments over titles. See, if we stick to the science, because now we can tie this all to. I brought up the Wendy Williams situation. This show is about the confusion that they're pouring on everybody. You brought the Wendy Williams situation. Wendy Williams just had to apologize the same way Snoop Dogg had to apologize for how he came at Gayle King. If y'all remember that, go back to our last episode or hop in the news. Y'all know how he came at Gayle King. He threatened her. He called her dog head, bitch, or whatever like that. I don't got a problem with name calling. Rather, I don't think it's a sign. I personally don't think it's a sign of decorum. You know what I'm saying? But who gives a fuck what I think? You know what I'm saying? Move how you move. But when you start threatening a person and threatening them, talking about I'll come see you, that's a whole different thing. But he had to apologize, and I believe he agreed. I think that was a good move on his part to do that, no matter if he was pressured into doing it or not. But this is tying in with the Wendy Williams situation. But then, like a day after that, pictures of his son come out wearing pink blouses and everything, pink blouses. So, and it keeps being it's continuously black men. It's continuously black men. Part of that. It's always been an agenda to, feminize the black, feminize just not just the black man, but just men in general, because it brings, what am I saying? You allow you taking the front line out the way, you know what I'm saying, and you get into the prize, or so to say, or getting to the the women and the children, the main ones who need to be protected. Like I said, I always bring the reasons why. I bring the exact reasons why. I go back to past episodes, but I've told you over and over again why the woman and children, and why man is always the first one to be sacrificed. I've always talked about that before. But sacrificed in the right way, in the, what I'm saying, in the defensive way, not just being fed to the not just removing the defenses and being fed to the wolves, you know what I'm saying? And they've done that in every way possible through, you know what I'm saying, the prison system, just through everything. But so there's definitely an agenda, but at the same time, and I think Snoop had something to say. I don't know what his stance was, but I'm pretty sure he'll support his son. But Wendy Williams came out and said Wendy Williams also had to apologize, because she came out and said that they had this thing previous to Valentine's Day, February the 13th. They call it, I guess, Galentine's Day. I saw people tweeting or Facebooking about the shit saying Galentine's Day. I'm like, what is this, some new thing they doing? And come to find out, I guess it's just something that all women get together and do something. So Wendy Williams say, who's participating, and all the ladies participating in it, clap your hands or whatnot. And some men started clapping their hands. And she's like, oh, hold on there, pump your brakes. You know what I'm saying? And started telling them, this is just for the ladies. These were homosexual men. And said, this is just for the ladies. Why you'll never be what a woman is. You know what I'm saying? You'll never have to be able to function like a woman, you know what I'm saying, have the menstrual cycle, which is 100% true. Huh?
How she know?
What'd you say?
He said, how she know? Hey, Lord, when do y'all want to jump in the money bag, the message bag real quick?
Right. Yeah, that's ironic coming from. Yeah.
Did one of y'all want to jump in the message bag real quick?
Yeah. I I saw that comment. You talking about from
Will, shout out to Will.
Chase?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he made a comment that said, "Train a child up in the way they should go, and they will not depart from your ways." I don't. All right, let me.
Here,
We
here,
gotta.
here, here. Gather your thoughts real quick and
Yeah,
I got
just
him.
basically
I'm just
saying,
trying.
just train a child.
I got it. I
Yeah,
know what I want to say. I'm just trying to be
yeah.
respectful.
William Chavis. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and Shay. Yeah, no, Zion said, "Yo, Shay is Zion." Shay, my internet connection is all over the place, so I hope y'all hear what I'm saying.
yeah, we got you.
But nah, it's he wants to identify as a girl. But like you say, we get into these titles. What we should be just teaching, what we should be teaching the children is the. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you.
Man, they messing with our connection because we know we about to, we're gonna drop some game on this. So they fucking Facebook and YouTube fucking with our connection, man. Those powers that beat. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing. Who knows what it is? It may just be my whack ass cable. But nah, you know what I'm saying? That's why we train, you know what I'm saying? Of course, like you said, William, train the child which way you want it to go. And at the same time, when you're talking about something like that, you start getting to talk about man and woman and things like that. It's just like Wendy said, there's things you got to get into the science of the whole situation. So they got to understand that you're not going to have the whatever you want to call that over there, that thing with a vagina, with what they call a vagina. That's going to have a cycle every month. That's the childbirth. That's what brings childbirth and everything. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get into the science of everything and getting into the, you know what I'm saying, what the name is and things like that. It starts bringing confusion. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they're doing. It's the media's got this thing where they're trying to author confusion because now they're trying to, it can be, now we can do left is right, down is up. You know what I'm saying? You could go each way with whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's confusing the identifications of things, and then now starting petty arguments. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's left, that's right, things like that, and it's silly. So nah, man, that's that. But yeah, man, she told him that, man, and now she has to apologize. Now she had to apologize. She apologizing like somebody's holding a gun to her head on the other side of the damn camera. I mean, what y'all think, man?
I'll let Lauren go real quick, but Shay said Wendy better watch it. The LGBT is one of her biggest supporters. So go ahead, Lauren.
I'm trying to figure out what she got to apologize for.
It's true.
It was just her opinion. Like, what does she have to apologize for? Is she right? Is she wrong? It's all a matter of opinion. Some people would totally agree with it. Some people would disagree with it.
Wait. Is that necessary? That's not an opinion, though. That's an actual truth.
What?
Unless we can find one man that's ever had a menstrual cycle, ever given birth. What she said is an actual, not just a fact, but it's actual truth.
Right.
Or let's not use the titles. The guys with what they call the person they call a man that has what they classify as a penis. Ain't nobody pushing a baby out of that penis, or they're not having the menstrual cycle. So it's not just an opinion. That's an actual truth. And she was forced to have to apologize for telling the truth.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I just said, like, what is she apologizing for?
Right.
She had to apologize. Like,
right.
Here's see, and this is what's so funny. This is what's so funny about trends anyway, because Valentine's Day is just a trend. You know what I'm saying? The same way Valentine's Day, like it's a made up holiday. Like Valentine's Day is a made up holiday. Somebody just wanted to put a spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Because really what it was, from what I understand, and I don't know nothing because I don't care about it anyway, but it was really about female entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Getting together, you know what I'm saying, and supporting each other
Shout out
as
to them.
female entrepreneurs and that whole branding thing. So that's what I understand it to actually be about. It wasn't really about the single female celebration, but more about a female entrepreneurs celebration as a group of female entrepreneurs. But I mean, who, like I said, I mean, you know, uh, I I agree and disagree with you about the Snoop thing, but the one thing you did say that was 100% correct was the threat was where he went absolutely too far. Now the name calling, yeah, we could say, oh, that's trivial, but I mean, grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we been there. Your mom, your daddy, greasy head, granny, all that. We understand all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let's be adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have honestly said, Gail, I think you're completely off base here. You ain't even have to go to all that. But I mean, it is Snoop. What's the expectation? But you are right that at the end of the day, the threat is where it went way too far, and things of that nature. Uh, Now, as far as I know we're talking about confusion and things of that nature. Uh, I think that that's the negative side of evolution. Uh, is as we evolve, uh, you know, cultural norms change. I mean, think about, how the norms of the structure of a household have evolved over the years, where it used to be the man went out and made all the money and the lady was the homemaker and things of that nature. Now you have women that sometimes have to work just so everybody can eat. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, to have to financially provide support for the household and things of that nature. So I think, the negative side of evolution, or at least it can be looked at as a negative, is just the mere fact that, you know, what's acceptable and what's not. And you also have to understand that what is society what is acceptable as a society doesn't make it right. You know, slavery was accepted in society as a whole, didn't make it right. Segregation was accepted in society as a whole, doesn't make it right. So that's where you kind of really start to kind of bleed into these gray areas, and the gray areas become extremely tricky. Talking about the Zion or Zaire Wade situation. Uh, you know, back in the 50s and the 60s, I mean, it was totally taboo to be homosexual. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at Bayard Rustin. You know what I'm saying? One of the leaders of the civil rights movement. He was homosexual. You know, he was kind of open about it in his inner circle, but to the rest of the world, like it was kept hush hush. Until after
Black
he
History
died.
Month fact.
And his story came. And so, but now you look at homosexuality and it's normal. You know what I'm saying? It is normal. I'm not saying you don't have to hide. I won't say it's normal. It's more accepted. Maybe, and that's why I'm trying to use the word acceptance. It's more accepted, so, you know, I think it's just a counterbalance of, it becomes totally individualized what we choose to accept and what we choose not to accept. And it's really always been like that. But when you make something normal, when you normalize something, when you make something acceptable, it just, like I said, it just kind of, you're opening up Pandora's box, and just more boxes get open, you know. So it's extremely tricky. Like, I mean, I think if you go back to the question that you posed, should we support Dwayne Wade? I mean, to me, that's absolutely trivial. I like Dwayne Wade, the basketball player, and I have respect for Dwayne Wade, the man, but it's truly not my business what he chooses to do with his
Right.
offspring. Now, I can sit here and say that uh, a celebrity, you know, there are more eyes on you, so the things that you do impact people because of the whole, people wanting to emulate celebrities and things of that nature. But I think that that's also a problem. You know, like, I call them celebrity snobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know none of these celebrities. You just follow them on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat or whatever the case may be, and you feel this connection because you can see what they're doing in their everyday life. But that's the stuff that they want you to see. You know, that's the stuff that they want you to see. They don't want you to see, because we actually, we live in a society right now where you can, a ugly girl can add a filter to her image and she's cute.
Who you telling? Boy, I'm
You
telling you,
like,
the devil was a lie.
you be like,
No,
man,
you
she's
see,
kind of
you
cute.
see the whole thing where they got where a dude can. You see the whole thing they got where the dude can put the filter. He can become a girl with the filter.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that? I saw
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, somebody just showed me at the job. This is a white kid. You know what I'm saying? The white kid. He put the. He's like, I'm like, man, who's that? I looked at. I was like, damn, who's that? He's like, that's me. I'm like, man, what the? He's like, yeah, I use the filter, man.
He's I'm a bad bitch today. I'm a bad
They
bitch
got
today.
stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I'm a bad bitch
Eric,
today.
dog. Let me ask you this. So, based off the title of the show, and we incorporate more things, do you think that they're these, it's like being agents, it's they're trying to split up more people, you know what I'm saying, that this could potentially lead to people getting hurt, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, because it feels like it's being pushed. It feels like it's being pushed on them. Could that just...
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the scary part about, that's really to me, that's one of the scary parts about social media. Is there's an agenda behind everything that's posted. Every single thing that's posted on social media, there's an agenda behind it. You know what I'm saying? When we post that we're live, on Facebook or YouTube or whatever the case may be, we have an agenda. The agenda is to get people to watch what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So there's an agenda with every single post out there. And so you can turn it off, but we don't live in a society where we could turn it off because you post something and then you get that notification somebody liked your post. You're like, oh, I want to go see who liked my post. Dopamine.
Yep.
Dopamine
hits.
Oh,
yep.
two people like my post. Dopamine.
Even look like this, even listen to this when it comes to the war things, because this is another thing, like I said at the start, it's going to bring up a different myriad of topics. You got the Amanda Seales situation with Justice Smollett. Now, of course, she said what he did was noble. She brought, we know that's complete foolishness, complete silliness. But listen to one of the things that she said, and think about how a person is able to go on TV and say something like this. She literally said, and now y'all can tell me if y'all feel this is wrong. She said that white people can't experience hate crime.
How do you said hate crimes?
Can't experience hate crime. Can't.
They believe they can, but I mean, everybody can experience something in that realm. Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
But think about that. Now, I'm gonna tell you where I come from on that. Think about being a white person and seeing somebody saying that. And think of all the propaganda that's been pushed. And don't get me wrong, like I said, racism is very real, but it's not what y'all be thinking it is. But it's very real, still prevalent. There's a lot of bigots out here, a lot of stuff that happens. But then you got a lot of, like you said, the Jussie Smollett situation, pushing, like calling that noble for lying. For lying about, you know what I'm saying, a hate crime or whatnot. It takes away from the people who are really dealing with it. Because like I said, a lot of people can't relate. So you got people out there lying and things like that. And then everybody, no matter whose race or whatnot, Americans in general just aren't doing their homework. They ain't doing the homework to find the truth out and things like that. And so you got that. You remember the situation where they was talking about that couple that got followed home by the police, and they got manhandled because they were stealing, but they acted like, we did a story on it, and the woman, you know what I'm saying, the woman was lying about everything that happened, and you know what I'm saying, come to find out, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they were stealing and doing all that. That's what actually happened, but they tried to blame it on the son. They said the son actually accidentally took something out of the store, which that wasn't the fact. But yeah, you know, they lied. So people just see what's posted on social media. They see these blatant, they see nonsensical takes. They always find the most ignorant person or people who are just emotional. They don't find the real, you know what I'm saying, black people. You know, we do away with leaders, but people who show leadership, you know, you know what I'm saying, the people like the Nilly Fullers, the Claude Andersons, people that got some sense and pragmatic with their approach. They get the Umar Johnsons to go sit up there throwing out crazy ass conspiracies and shit like that, or just going saying anything, or you know what I'm saying, or they find Willie D is solid. I like Willie D, but you know they'll push that. A lot of people follow that message and say, "Oh, I wish it was Charles Barkley died instead of Kobe." It's like, why would somebody even say? We all afflicted. You know what I'm saying? We all afflicted. We all have reasons to why we think certain things. But, you know, like I said, we sit up there now, we want to harm each other. We want to harm each other for, you know, because certain opinions and things like that. And so imagine a white person seeing Amanda Seales talking this nonsense, calling Jesse Noble for this, and then talking about white people can't experience hate crime. All it does is add more fuel to the fire. And it's like, okay, I'm tired of these niggas. I'm tired of these niggas. So a nigga can sit up there and come kill me, come whoop my ass because I'm white, and they may feel like, yo, my family, nigga, you know what I'm saying, just thinking my family don't even know nothing about my family history, but, you know, I'm just associated. Hey, I'm lumped in with all the whites, so I'm automatically a slave owner, and so I'm going to whoop you, I'm going to beat your ass for slavery. And it can't be a hate crime. Yeah. Stuff like that stirs the confusion. It stirs the confusion, and it causes dissension amongst people.
It's the perfect war tactic. You split everybody up.
Perfect war tactic.
You split everybody up, and then everybody starts fighting each other, and then you just come in and take everybody else out. Perfect war tactic.
Exactly. I mean, just, you know, they got that. It's just throwing all type of just. It's you see the responses to it. You know, Charles Barkley just said, you know, Charles Barkley talking about Kobe's not a hero. How many times is somebody gonna come out and say something about Kobe Bryant? Like, it's like they're just sending. I don't know about Charles Barkley. Like I said, we don't know what happens on you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. Are they telling them to say this or coaxing them? But it's like, you getting story after story, getting blown up to get everybody out of in their emotions and out their element, and wonder, oh, I want to go fuck him up. I want him dead now, and things like that. It's just story after continuous story. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like I said, this is the type of confusion. This is not bringing people together. You're gonna have some some people that can decipher and move through all the bullshit and come together, but you know. You, like I said, like we always talk about, there's going to be that other side that, in this case, with the propaganda, a lot of people that are going to take this to the next level. You know what I'm saying? That's what possibly could happen. So it's what I talk about when being responsible. Just being responsible with the shit that you say, the words that you say, the news. You know what I'm saying? Be responsible. And we just don't have nobody there's not nobody in mainstream media that's being responsible. They're all pushing the agenda. They're all being paid off.
You can't be in mainstream media and give the realness, honestly.
Exactly. And so it's like YouTube and things like, there's so many different media outlets to get your stuff from. You shouldn't even be, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's some real stuff or whatnot. We shouldn't even be diving in this stuff. Do not allow mainstream media to have y'all at odds. Do not allow that. Let it be something else. Let it be, you know, let it be the constitutional rights or something. Or something, you know, you're protecting your family, things like that. While all this has happened, they passing gun laws. They got the ID. That Real ID Act, you know what I'm saying, which is violation of the 10th Amendment. Nobody pays attention to that. See, when we talk about Trump, we talking about racist and he doing this and this and that and this and that. Like y'all focusing on the wrong thing. Y'all not talking about how he's signing these bills that he's supposed to be following he's supposed to be following the Constitution, but neither he, none of his supporters, nor none of the Democrats are even bringing light to that. None of them are, because everybody, all of the politicians, like they sit up there all the time talking about staying true to the Constitution, but they all violate that shit. What he's doing with the Real ID Act is a violation of the 10th Amendment, because you're not supposed to federalize something like that. That's supposed to be left state to state. But they're making this a federal thing now. And now they can follow you, trace you anywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? Especially when trying to leave the country and whatnot. They got you wherever you go, checkpoints, things like that. They got trabs on you. You know what I'm saying? That's not freedom. That's not freedom at all. But when you look at this mindset of where we come from, where we're coming from with this, you start to see it. You start to see the cracks in many places. And this is where we get to the last thing. I'm pretty sure there's been a lot more bullshit, but I'm just talking about the confusion that I personally noticed. There's one thing that there was a little Boosie video. He received a plaque from the family.
That's the real hood Grammy.
Of what's his name?
Pablo Escobar.
Pablo fucking Escobar. Pablo Escobar. He said, y'all talking about the Grammys. Look at Grammy. This the real Grammy.
Nah, hold up. He says everybody gets a Grammy.
Yeah.
You may have a lot of nominations, but everybody don't get a Grammy.
That's
right. So he said everybody get a Grammy, but don't nobody get this, a plaque from Pablo Escobar. It's like that's a reverent thing.
The
we talk about Pablo,
same dude that brought crack to the neighborhood, man.
This same exact guy working with the CIA. In direct conjunction with the CIA, the reason why we all having these crazy back and forths now. The reason why we're having these crazy back and forths and we just all over the place, and there's murder here, murder there, friction here, and we trying to save the black family, and we fighting against the fight against masculinity and things like that, taking fathers out of the home. One of probably the largest thing, and this man is responsible for. But it's not about what Boosie said. It's when, see, I do my research. I look at everything. It's when you go on these social media sites and you start seeing the comment section. See, that's what you pay attention to. You pay attention to the numbers and how people receive this. I put out a post the other day, took a snapshot. It was CD Fury, and he put up, it was on YouTube, and he put up a post. It was a poll of, is the term white peace and white power, said just like that, peace and white power, is that racist? At that point, and I have the screenshot, 740. Huh?
I thought it was supremacy.
No, it was peace and white power.
Okay.
Peace and white power. No, yeah, it was peace and white power. No, not supremacy. No.
White power.
No, yeah. If you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even coax anybody into getting mad about that, but I want you to actually study and really understand, like, yeah, it is a supremacy, but it's, like I said, it's not who you think. It's not your next door fucking neighbor. You know what I'm saying? It's not the motherfuckers over there shooting up heroin or whatever. And what the white boys doing? What's that shit, man? Doing the Breaking Bad shit, doing ice. Doing ice over there in Independence, doing meth and shit. It's not them. That's not white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? It's not them. But yeah, out of 740, man, 71% said yes, that is racist. That's I think I did the numbers. It's like 500. I think 25 or so out of 740. That's a high fucking percentage of people that think that's racism. And that's what I'm talking about. The majority of people are unfucking educated because you let people hide behind you. You don't know what that person's talking about white power for. He may just want to uplift his people. It does have roots. It does have racist roots and things like that. But who are you to say what's in a person's mind? This is what they talk about when you say you don't be the judge of someone. It's not, oh, he's got this on, let me stay away from him. No, doing that type of judgment, those are survival instincts. When you take a look like, oh, he's got the same wear that people that usually do this or that, or he may look like this, and people that usually look like that, no matter what race you do. You start to factor those things in and you take the data that you've learned. That's like a survival technique, right? Judgment comes when you decide that I'm going to harm you. I'm going to inflict my personal punishment on you. That's what judgment is. That's when you don't judge a person. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're trying to harm you. You got to they threatening, harming you, touching kids, whatever. That's different. But we just talking about just flat out, you know what I'm saying, other things. And like, I don't agree with Charles Barkley. I don't agree with Dwayne Wade, and or Gayle King, so I'm going to go fuck them up. That's the judgment that they're talking about. This is a judgment. I don't need no Bible to fucking teach me this. I'm telling you, I'll write the damn Bible. I'm telling you, this is what it is. I'm telling you, this is what it is. I will challenge that God y'all serve. A lot of people serve. I'll challenge that God y'all serve to that. If you think it's this, but this is what it is. Y'all ask him if y'all got a problem with what I'm saying. That's what the judgment is. All the other stuff, those are survival techniques. So we got this peace and white power. He put the peace before, but a lot of people think that's racist or not. But that's the miseducation. But this is something different when you're looking in the Little Boosie comment section of him being reverent to Pablo Escobar, receiving him a plaque like, oh, this is the highest fucking honor you could fucking get, especially for a nigga from the hood. That's what he said. Yeah, nigga from the hood, but not knowing that's why this fucking shit is like that. You can't save the hood because niggas start this thing to try to save the hood. You can only save what you can, but that situation, dog, the situation can't be changed because you did not cause the fucking situation. It's not your baby. It's not your baby. You didn't cause this situation. These niggas walking around and thinking that's them, that's not y'all. But yeah, so in the comment section, you got people talking about, you know, you had a couple people say that had you know, they're saying what I'm saying. They're like, man, what the hell are y'all talking about? But the majority of these Negroes in there talking about, oh, y'all stop. They just hating. Boosie do what he do. They just hating. They just hating.
Lost.
They just hating.
No objectivity, man.
No fucking objectivity. We always hear the same thing. It's the same shit. Man, you know what I'm saying? He from the hood, man. He from the people. He represent, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never had nobody. You know what I'm saying? He representing for us. He putting on for the city, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect that. That's what they want you to, they don't want you to set the bar high. They wanted to just be, he made it from the city, he made it from this situation, and that's it. It's no bar, it's no moral code, no code of conduct, no set of rules, no nothing. It's just anybody, a motherfucker could do anything. That's why motherfuckers sitting there hustling, doing whatever. And I'm saying, I'm not, you know, I'll make a judgment as far as, you know what I'm saying, dealing with a person. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like I said, saying that he's a bad, good person, I can't do that. People grow up, you know what I'm saying, and life has its own ways. God has his way of working. You know what I'm saying? But life has its own ways of doing. But I can't say, you know what I'm saying, who's right, wrong, you know, things like that. I can just tell you the consequences that come with these certain things, right? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to sit there and just be advocating for some shit like this, I mean, it's absurd, man. You just hating. What they want you to do, they put people in destitute positions and then they fucking pick and choose, and they pick to choose with people who are the least mentally sharp, because they're not gonna get somebody who's got a family structure. You know what I'm saying? Whether how hard they having it, they got their parents around to be like, oh no, we're not gonna have my son doing that or this that. But they're gonna have somebody come from the most broken home, somebody who's desperate, and they're gonna prop him up as the hero. And then that's gonna be the bar that is set. You see how the game works, man. And so strategy. Any criticism, anything like, yo, that's not right, dog. The majority are gonna be like, oh, because that's all they know. It's gonna be, oh, he's hating. It's a war, man. Just think of all the topics we just been talking about for the past hour, man. This is just a assault on the minds of Americans, man, especially black people just been getting it just to what's happened to us, man, is just it's one of the worst things that ever happened in all of human history, man. It's one of the worst things that's ever happened. What's been done to our minds, man. Huh?
The only thing I was gonna say is, honestly, if you haven't seen it from the beginning, because they're using the same war plan. They've been using it since I was born and before then. Scarface, you know what I'm saying? Because every hood nigga looked up to Scarface, and shit, everybody looked up to Scarface. Yeah, all I'm saying is, yeah, man, they're using the same strategy. It's a perfect strategy. It's honestly it's been defeated, but you just have to have the mindset, and you have to be able to do different things. Go from out of your small little towns and expand your mind. You know what I'm saying? We got the internet now, so you can look everything up. You know what I'm saying? And expand your brain. But if you do that, it's rarity.
Think about when Scarface came out in the middle of the crack era.
Yeah.
So they got the drugs, and they see Tony Montana. They're like,
I'm Tony Montana.
Nigga, I'm about to be Tony Montana.
Yep.
No, but it's realer than that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, these people who are desperate, you know what I'm saying, is they desperate. They've been put in desperate situations, so they trying to make the best out of a situation. And I'm not calling them demons good or bad people. I'm not saying Boosie's a bad person. I like his music, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a solid guy. He says some nutty things now, but I think he's solid. He's 100.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just one of those flaws, you know what I'm saying, that we had. You know what I mean? I used to think the same way, man. Y'all see me 10 years ago, man, you wouldn't even be in the way, you know, the way I think. I had a little bit of brain, but man, about 10 years ago, man, wouldn't even be recognizable for the shit that I'm talking about, the way I'm talking to y'all now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? So, you know, I had similar, not all the way, because, you know, like I said, it's stuff that kept me alive. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be dead if I went along with everything, but I know how to move. You know what I'm saying? I know who to stay away from. You know
your surroundings.
Got certain ways, and a lot of it is just like I said, by the grace of God. You know what I mean? Because I've been through some bullshit. But yeah, man. You see how the war, man. You see how they play the mind war, man. Confusion to war. They've got us so split up, especially within this past week. But it's also allowed us to take a look in the mirror and see where we are as a people. Like I said, those numbers that I brought up, from the poll, like you said, looking in the comment sections, just, you know, taking a look at the percentage of people who are agreeing with the message that's being said. You can have, you know, freedom of speech, freedom to, you know, believe in whatever you want to believe in, but what's the consequence to it? What comes from it? What comes from it? What are, you know what I'm saying? Do you want what comes from it? It's just like, you know, like I said, you know, if we go ahead and kill off the women, we go ahead and kill off the women. Is that what you want?
No.
Do you want so something happened and it's apocalypse? Do you want there to be 8 women? Do you want there to be 8 men? And I know a lot of people are slow, so they won't follow what I'm talking about right here. I'm just talking about being practical. Would you want 8 men and 1 woman, or 1 man or 1 man and 8 women?
I know which one I'm going for.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
8 men, 1 woman, 1 man, 8 women. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about repopulation. I'm good. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? You're talking about repopulation. So you can have your opinion of what you think, but which route do you want to take?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the world to end, or do you want us to start repopulating
Yep.
this bitch? It's like, oh no, or they gonna sit around and start arguing, talking about, oh no, he's my man, like that. Nah, he should only be with me. Because we can't get out of our emotions, we can't start, get practical. I'm pretty sure if the world ended like that, motherfuckers would get. I'm positive motherfuckers gonna get practical, and it's gonna get outside of people's emotions. There you go. He's gonna get up in there and bam, start bam, have them all pregnant, and they drop their kids.
Whoa. You
got
to do it smart. You got to have 4 pregnant, 4 non-pregnant, so that way when the babies come. Doom, then it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it smart. Now, have I thought about this before? I'm not gonna lie. Yes. But go ahead. Yeah. Continue.
You got what else? What happens if it's the vice versa? That's just gonna be a porn hub. That's gonna be one of them hotline calls. You know what I'm saying? Niggas all gang. You know what I'm saying? Running the train on one thing, man. Be practical.
Yeah.
Be practical. Cut the bullshit. Man, I ain't got nothing else, man. Y'all see how I led it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how I was gonna structure all of this, but came out perfect, man.
Yeah, it all fell into place.
You got anything else, man?
The only thing I got is to let everybody know reason why I've been gone for so long. Well, reason why I've been gone for a minute is because I'm working on a couple things. Some things have happened over the last couple days, or last week and a half, which are positive things. But you guys will find out soon enough. If you don't follow me on social media, man, follow me on the Word on the Ave Instagram page. Also, my main page on Instagram, Randy_Ace. Also, the Word on the Ave Facebook page, man. You'll get all the updates in the Average Guy podcast page. You'll get all the updates on that. So once you see it, you'll understand what's been going on. And to be honest with you, y'all might be missing me for the next, or y'all might be missing a couple episodes the next couple weeks. So just apologies. And then for all the Grit Sports Media fans, I apologize. I'm going to be working on a couple episodes to get them dropped out within the next couple weeks. That's about it. Well, Grit Sports Media, Corey, you been posting anything on Grit Sports? I think you have.
We'll get some more stuff. I had a couple things. I ain't really been, I say been busy.
Yeah.
Busy as hell too, man. Working long hours, especially for this Valentine's Day week. Man, we've been going. So.
Oh yeah, damn. Well,
been grinding, dog. But getting that bread, man, so we can turn it in. You know what I'm saying? Turn it into something, man. Just stacking it up. You know what I'm saying? Slow grind, but you know what I'm saying? Making our next moves the best move.
Yes, sir.
Making our best move, but I think we got the message. We're gonna hit y'all with some more shit, man. We'll be back.
All right. So with all that being said, man, we'll see you guys next time. And to leave us off, for all the single ladies that didn't have any Valentine's Day on Valentine's. Hey, y'all hear this? Here y'all go. Hey now. If you think you're lonely now. Nah. I'm bullshitting. But we'll check y'all later.